What is up, you guys? I'm Charmx. Today I'm gonna be reacting to I'm Too Awkward for My Own Good by Jane Animations. Now I don't even know what's gonna happen in this, but I can probably relate just from the title because I'm a very awkward person and I don't even try to be, but like apparently I'm very awkward. That's what my brother and my parents tell me. I know they're very supportive, but yeah. Anyway, like if I go to McDonald's or whatever to buy something with like my brother or something, I go and I order something and my brother's like, well, that was awkward, or you're so awkward, or something like that. I guess because I'm locked in the basement for the most part of the day, so I don't see people that often, so I just don't know how to act around people. Anyway, with that being said, the original link's in the description. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Jane Animations. Without any further ado, let's begin.
I'm awkward. I try really hard not to be, and sometimes I feel like I'm getting better, but I'd say 70% of the time, my social skills are very below par. It's like my brain just randomly decides, hey, yeah, you see that person over there? Okay, so here's the plan. You're gonna walk over there, everything's gonna be fine for like 2 minutes, and then you're gonna say something completely stupid, and then cringe about it for the next 4 years. Ready? Now go! I don't really have a point of this video. I kind of just want to tell you.
See, it's not like I tried to not be awkward. I guess it's just that I just don't care. Like, I don't go around trying not to be awkward. And I don't go around trying to be awkward, because I know some people do that. I just go around and I just try to, you know, be myself for the most part. And for the most part, myself, like, I'm not an outgoing person. I don't like talking to people that much. So I guess that's why it makes it awkward.
You guys a bunch of funny stories I look back and facepalm at because I can get so socially awkward at times. It just happens randomly and I never see it coming, which scares me. Like, everything's fine and all of a sudden I'm hit with this wave of not knowing how to interact with people. Like, whoosh. Okay, so this one time I was at a tennis match with this one girl from another school, and we were walking over to the court to play, but it was kind of a long walk, and I didn't want it to be like this.
Oh, so it's an awkward silence. It's an awkward silence. Oh, I hate these. I hate these so much. I hate awkward silence. It's the worst.
Extended awkward silence and weird tension. So I decided to try and make a little bit of small talk.
Well, I mean, you can. It's better than just making like weird noises. Can you imagine just walking over there and then it's really awkward, so you just have to start making noises, kind of like my mother does when we're eating and no one's talking, so she starts going, She kind of does that. So imagine you, instead of going, you go like this, you're just walking, you're like, start like chirping like a bird. Start squawking.
I'm absolute garbage at small talk, by the way. So if you ever meet me, you have to carry that job for the both of us. Just a warning. So I kind of started a small conversation. So, are you in your senior year?
No, I'm in grade 10.
Oh, you're really tall for being in grade 10. She didn't really say much after that, so I automatically thought I somehow offended her by calling her tall or something like that. My brain was
well, I mean, it could have been worse.
Like, oh my god, Jaden, how could you call her tall? I can't believe you would offend her so badly. You have to say something to make it up right now, or else she'll be scarred for life because she's too tall. So I just blurted out, oh, but you're really
okay, I thought she was actually gonna squawk or something, because you said you just blurted it out.
Pretty too. Yep, I freaked her out. It was meant to be like a compliment or something, I don't know, but it came out really weird for some reason, and she probably thought I was like just a flustered lesbian or something. Not that it was a bad thing. And then it was an awkward silence for the rest of the walk anyway, which is exactly what I was trying to prevent in the first place, so yeah.
You should have got your phone and like plugged in like earphones or something. That way it makes it less awkward because they think you're listening to music. There's a trick. There's a trick right there.
Yeah, I didn't even stop that from happening. Another time, I was at the school dining hall with a bunch of friends, and they were talking about something I didn't really relate to, and I couldn't contribute much to the conversation, so I started just zoning out. You know when you start staring into space and you just get lost in your thoughts? Yeah. Yep. So I was doing that for a while, and I snapped back to see this rando guy across the room uncomfortably waving at me. Turns out, as I was completely lost in my own mind, I was deadbeat staring at this poor guy the whole time without even realizing it.
Oh, so he thought you were like hitting on him or interested in him or something? I can see that. I can see that. For those of you who don't know, if you stare at someone long enough, I believe it helps you like fall in love with them or something. I think there's like some science behind that. So if any of you out there are wanting to get a girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, and you don't want to actually go and talk to them, just look at them. Really, just look at them. Just stare at them like this. Stare into their soul.
I don't even know how long I was doing it for. Apparently long enough for him to feel like he needed to wave at me. And it wasn't like a little friendly wave. It was a, oh my god, why is this chick glaring at me so intensely? I need to do something wave. And I was like, crap. This is awkward. What do I even do? I can't
Squawk.
just go over and explain, oh, I wasn't intentionally staring at you directly in the eyes for a socially unacceptable amount of time. In fact, I wasn't even staring at anything. I was blind in that period of time because I was lost in the depths of my subconscious. Don't worry. I couldn't do anything, so I kind of just like looked
Squawk.
away and like stewed in embarrassment for the rest of the day. And then there was this one incident where I was at this fancy restaurant. You already know this story is going downhill real fast. So I was at this restaurant and I had my order in my head. I always do that, repeat what I'm gonna say in my head a million times so I
Yes, you don't get it wrong. It never goes over the way you want, though. Especially with me. And as I said earlier, I'm pretty awkward with ordering stuff in restaurants.
don't mess it up when the waiter asks me trick. I just feel like if I take too long ordering, everyone's gonna automatically get annoyed at how I'm holding everything up, even though it literally doesn't take any time at all and no one cares. So the waiter got to me and I was freaking prepared.
Hello, miss. What can I get you today?
Hello, can I just get the penne pasta with tomato sauce, please? That is literally word for word what I said. It was one of the simplest dishes on their crazy fancy menu compared to like the freaking mumbo jumbo like ginger glazed mahi mahi fancy fromage à blanc or golden confit escapolo bane femme bon appetit sautéed in ketchup.
A lot of these foods look really fancy. I mean, this is more my style right here, the fancy ketchup.
Ratatouille. But for some reason, he was confused by my overly complicated order and asked,
Oh, do you mean the 4-cheese pasta dish with sun-dried tomato sauce and basil?
Point to it on the menu.
yes.
Point to it on the menu.
Don't get me wrong, it was good, but frickin' I felt like I would have come off as rude for some reason to correct him, which is absolutely ridiculous because he doesn't care what I eat. It doesn't affect him in his life. And by the way, how in the world did he get sun-dried pesto 5-cheese pasta whatever basil from penne with tomato sauce? I guess he knew what I wanted more than I.
Is penne with tomato sauce, was that on the menu? Because if it's not, then I can understand how he could be confused. Because if you say that and it's not like on the menu, you're like, well, what is that? If it's on the menu and he doesn't know what it is, then the guy's obviously, you know, he's in the wrong career field. But I mean, if it's not on the menu, then I'll give him a break. I'd give him a break.
I did, apparently. Well, those were like 3 little stories I wanted to share with you guys, just because I thought they were funny and I think you'd enjoy them. They're all a bit too short to make separate whole videos out of, so yeah. Unfortunately, I have a bunch more little cringe-inducing stories like these, so if you want me to tell you more in the
I have a real crazy cringe story. I'll tell it right when this ends, because I think this is going to end any second.
future, I don't know, like part 2 or something, just let me know, and yeah.
Anyway, as I was going to say, one of my cringe stories comes from, I was hanging out with my friends. This must be around a year ago now. Yeah, around a year ago. I was hanging out with my friends. It was relatively later at night, I'd say around like 8-ish. But yeah, so my friends and I, we were driving around and we decided to go to a restaurant. It was a quick little, like a little burger place. And we got out of my friend's car and then we were like going into the restaurant, and it's like a fast food place, right? So we were walking there and let me see if I can remember this correctly. There was an old couple. I believe they were leaving the restaurant, if I remember correctly. And I think like the lady or the man opened the door to let like the other one out. And like these were like old people. Like these people must have been like their 70s or 80s or whatever. So basically, you know, one had opened the door and was kind of doing it for the other person to leave. I don't remember which one opened the door though. But for whatever reason, in my mind, I don't even know why I did it. But like me and my awkwardness, I thought they were kind of opening it for me, so I just went through. But the old man was like, "Oh, that guy's a Now I'm gonna have to censor that word, but you should know what I said. And I don't even know why I did it. Like obviously I should have waited. I don't know. This is why I don't leave the house, okay? I can't function in public. But anyway, that's it for the story. I hope you guys like this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, possibly share with a friend if you're new, and subscribe to the family. Also, make sure you guys go subscribe to Jane Animations. With that being said, see you guys next time. Woo!